Hey, welcome to the Toadstead. This is our second video on this boat, and what we got done here, this is the part that holds the back of the mast when it's being trailered, and we've just got a couple of galvanized bolts, the heads cut off, run in here and run in here, and a little cradle. As you can hear, we got work going on. In the middle of the mast, well, in this end of the mast, right where the tabernacle is, we went ahead and built another small holder, same thing, little cradle, only the actual mast bolt is used there, so it works and it keeps it, well, it keeps the bolt from being lost. And then up here at the bow, we just made a small cradle that slides onto the bow pulpit, and that should do the job. The owner of this boat is not going to be spending a lot of time trailering it. This is really just to get it over to the water, and he's going to keep it in the water the vast majority of the time, so we didn't go crazy on this, but that should support the mast well for the run. And then we got the fenders on the trailer. Again, don't know if he's going to keep this trailer because it's a questionable trailer for a boat of this weight. But we wanted to throw some fenders on it so we didn't toss any rocks into the hull while he's driving down the road. And we put a new tongue jack on it, just getting the trailer good enough to do the job. And here, after a bit, we're going to put his newly refurbished bow pulpit on there and get to start working on the rub rails, and we'll come back for that. Okay, what we got going on here is the motor mount, and these are our 4 holes in the hull. There were some old holes that turned out to be a little bit of a nightmare. We had to take care of them, and we'll show you what we came up with for a mount. And there's the mount, as well as the motor. And it's your typical pickup style. And as you'd view it on the boat, it'd be about like that. And on the inside, we're going to put this large, this is a 1/2-inch thick starboard. Happen to have a lot of that laying around. And we're just going to go ahead and use 3M 4200 on the 4 bolts, and this is basically just a big backing plate. And then on the other side of the hull, we have another one that's a little bit smaller, a little narrower, and dressed up, and that's going to go on the outside of the hull, sandwiching the hull itself, and then the mount itself will be on there. We'll show it to you as soon as we get it up. Alright, well, got a chance to film this just before it starting to rain, but pretty much ready. Got the winch part of the trailer taken care of. Had to do a little creating there to make that work, but that's all squared away. Got all the standing rigging up. You see some rain falling. Everybody just quit. Got what's needed by law for the lights all working. Got the motor mount all done. He's got a ladder he's going to put on this side at a later date, but like I said, this is just getting this boat ready to get it in the water and get it over to his house where he's a little more controlled environment to work on it. But I want you to see he did a really nice job refinishing those new drop boards. They look nice, huh? It's a real handsome boat. It's a real handsome boat. And once it has a chance to get a little bath, it'll look a little better. You can see we also got the rub rails all on. There's been so much going on with this particular one. We haven't had a lot of chance to film. But, you know, just some of the stuff he put on there was a new rub rail, the new motor mount. You can see it about halfway up the mast. He's got a new 4-deck light that lights up the whole front of the boat so you can work. And of course it's a steaming light as well. And just everything's working right now. The next step will be just to replace all the running rigging, which for those of you who don't know, those are the lines that control the sails. We're going to replace all that. And shoot, next time you see this boat, should be just about getting ready to put it in the water. Hey, thanks for coming along. It's been a lot of fun.